Hey guys, Blazen here. Yeah, I know, I have a webcam. I figured that's something I tried to do this year. The new year is actually try to include some webcam footage of me for once. I used to do it back in the day when I first started, and then I stopped, and that I had my own reasons for that. But that's something I'm going to do different this year, is try to include more webcam footage of me when making these videos. I don't know if it's going to make a difference, and who knows, maybe one of these days I'll get to streaming, and you know, that's a whole nother topic. But today, I want to talk about my tactical build in Warhammer Space Marine 2, because I am unhealthily kind of addicted to this game, and I've already 100%ed everything. Yeah, let's talk about it. Why is this my build? Why did I choose it? Honestly, it's not like this game's perks and shit is not too in depth. I'm also aware that they're gonna overhaul this shit eventually, but let's just get into the video. So, I guess we'll also talk about why maybe I didn't choose the perks that are not selected. So I guess let's start with the first one, balanced distribution. So this is one of those trade-off ones where, yeah, you get 10% more damage on your primary weapon, but you get 10% less damage on your secondary weapon. You guys can let me know, for those that do use this, like how bad is the decrease in secondary weapon damage? You guys can let me know, for those that do use this, like how is it? Is it worth it? That's why I don't use it, just because why would I want 10% less damage on my secondary? And then this one is too specific, Plasma Boost, so obviously if you use the Plasma Rifle, then go ahead and use Plasma Boost. But ultimately I just went with this one, Kraken Penetrator Rounds. Bolt weapons penetrate one more enemy. I mean, most of the guns in Tactical are bolt weapons, including your bolt pistol, so why not? And then we go to second row of the core. Heightened Vigor. After perfectly timed dodge, you do not lose control upon taking heavy hits, and you cannot be knocked back for 5 seconds. This is too niche. I mean, I've gotten better with the perfectly timed dodges, but I guess it's not bad, but again, it's just too niche. That's the problem. It's not a bad perk, it's just niche. So I end up going with the second one, Relentless Pursuit. After a gun strike, range damage increases by 25% for 5 seconds. That is quite a bit, considering how much minorous enemies could be around you, and also could be a nice just damage boost whatever majorous enemy you're fighting against. Also, the third perk, Versatility, is not bad at all for your 20% increase in weapon damage for your secondary. You can actually abuse this. Even though it says the effect lasts until reloading or switching back to your primary weapon, I've tested this. You can actually abuse this. Like, even if your primary is out of ammo, you can, like, you know, YY or like double switch or whatever, and you can re-proc this perk even if your primary is out of ammo. So, fun fact. This isn't a bad perk if you do use this. As a matter of fact, I used to use this before I switched to Relentless Pursuit. But I find that Relentless Pursuit I've noticed it more in my runs than Versatility. So overall, Relentless Pursuit has been, that 25% damage boost is pretty noticeable, and it helps. Moving on to the third column, right? After finisher, the equipped range weapon reloads automatically, final shot. This isn't a bad perk. As a matter of fact, I did used to rock this for a while. I thought it made sense, considering if you come up here, and don't forget guys, when you come up here, not only is there your ability, but there's also a starting perk, essentially a passive ability. Any unequipped range weapon reloads automatically after 10 seconds. So if you put your weapon away, obviously, and you pull it out 10 seconds later, it'll be reloaded. So it's kind of like Halo CE backpack reloading, except it's a feature and there's a 10-second cooldown. And I thought Final Shot would complement that passive ability really well, but ultimately, we're going to get to it. Steady aim, recoil is reduced by 10%. Honestly, this game's, for most weapons, recoil isn't an issue at all. It's mostly spread, so this is kind of useless, I'm gonna say it. However, Emperor's Vengeance, this has been a game changer. Killing a major, a level enemy or higher, restores your primary ammo by 1 magazine, and the cooldown is 30 seconds. This is a game changer. Basically, my primary weapon, or whatever you have, basically just doesn't run out of ammo. Especially for the auto bolt rifle. The auto bolt rifle, like, you have like 300 plus ammo with this perk. I highly recommend Emperor's Vengeance. You will never run out of primary ammo ever again, for the most part. or at least it'll last you to the point where you can, you know, get ammo from the big ammo boxes and whatnot. So that's why I use Emperor's Vengeance. It's been a game changer. And then for team, I used to have aligned aim, range damage, or 5% increase in range damage, but it's only a 5% increase, and it hasn't been that noticeable. And then the first one, recoil is reduced by 20%. I've already said, recoil isn't that big of an issue in this game. It's mostly spread, so this is kind of useless. The third one, transhuman physiology. Yeah, I think I said that right. All squad members restore 30% more contested health. This is nice because when you do take heavy damage, especially like if you're like me that plays Ruthless difficulty, the only things that really kill you are something like, you know, like those twin bone sword majors Tyranids, where you can get comboed, or like just sometimes you just get fucked. This is nice because in those situations when you do get kind of just unfairly fucked, it's nice to just get back your health, or without losing as much health without this. Because like I said, I used to rock aligned aim, but the third one's been really noticeable. My contested health, like I just have 30% more. Been helping out more compared to the other two. Now we come to the gear, aka Auspex. So I've been using the first one, Vital Data. Scanning extremists or terminus level enemy restores Auspex scans charged by 50%. This is useful. And the terminus level enemies also includes the Hive Tyrant. You are encouraged to use the Auspex scan on extremist level enemies, because you're going to get it back very quickly. And on terminus levels like the Hive Tyrant and the Hellbrute and the Carnifex, you're going to get your Auspex back if you haven't killed like the mini bosses yet. And then the second one, by itself, it's kind of poop. Like, yeah, sure, the Auspex lasts longer, but it ignores minor level enemies, which that part is actually not big of a deal. I'll get back to this in a sec, because there is a combo perk that I'll talk about. And then there's Target Lock, which, just 20% increase in equipment damage, which is just the grenades. It's like on paper this is bad, but the problem is what happens if you don't have grenades. You're not always going to have grenades. That's why I didn't go with this perk. If you run out of nades, then this perk is useless. And then we move on to the second column, Battle Focus. At the perfectly timed parry or block, the parried enemy gets a mark of Auspex scan. This is honestly the best in this column here. It's just another way of getting Auspex without the actual Auspex scan. And then the other two are honestly kind of underwhelming compared to Battle Focus. Improved efficiency, scanning 20 enemies, like that right there already is like, you're not always going to scan 20 enemies, and you only get an equipment charge, and it's not worth it in my opinion. And then there's the last one. Enemies marked by Auspex scan take an additional 71% more damage, which is nice, but Auspex scan's radius is reduced by 25%. This I haven't experimented with too much, but that 75% increase is nice. I guess it depends. Like, if you're surrounded by yourself, like, I feel like this is more like selfish. Like, just put it down on the ground where you're at if you're getting surrounded, so that way they don't leave the Auspex area. You can just shit on them. I don't know, maybe I feel like I'll have to experiment with this third one. Overall though, I think this one still reigns supreme. So that's my thoughts on this column. And then we go to the third column, close targeting. So you get something while Auspex is recharging. So 50% melee damage against minors level enemies, which is nice. And then the second one, enemies marked by Auspex can take an additional 100% more damage, but the duration is reduced by 4 seconds. Now here's the thing I wanted to talk about. You can see here priority targeting. The mark of Auspex scans lasts for 8 seconds longer, but ignores minor level enemies. And like I said, that's okay, because the point of using Auspex is not for the minors, it's for the majors and up. So if you want, something I was considering of experimenting is have priority targeting and then have expert timing, because even though this perk here, it reduces the durations by 4 seconds, this kind of counterbalances it. You gain those 4 seconds back with this perk. So overall, the only downside you get is Auspex ignores minors level enemies, which again is not too big of a deal. So instead, you'll gain that 100% additional damage. Now imagine that 100% additional damage towards majors level enemies and up. That sounds really good, very enticing. Even I think I might have to try it. Just something to maybe experiment on your build. Just a thought on those. And then the last one, the signature. None of these are bad at all. Like, you can't go wrong with any of these. But enemies marked by Auspex scan cannot call for reinforcements. That's nice. The second one, I actually had this one for a while. Radiating impact. Essentially a bunch of like explosive mini nades, I guess. Whenever you do a finisher, surround you. But I'm gonna be honest, even though you see it and it looks cool, I don't think it does that much damage. Additionally, deals significant area of effect damage. But I'm gonna be honest, the damage just seems poop. Like I said, I've had this one for a while, but I've had to switch to the third one. Marked for death. A headshot will instantly kill a Majoris or extremist level enemy, marked by Auspex scans, and the cooldown is every 2 minutes. Much like Emperor's Vengeance, this has also been a game changer. For like the Tyranids, those fucking Zoanthropes, if you can get an Auspex scan on them, you can instantly delete them with a headshot. Or delete one of them, and then like the other one's not going to have the shield. So it's really nice. But the other two aren't bad, but this is the build I actually used and I ran through in my Ruthless solo runs that I did. Hence why I posted those gameplays first before I wanted to make this video. So I just wanted to post my gameplay, and then I'm just like, alright, here we are. I just wanted to, this is the build I ran through on Ruthless solo. Maybe someday I'll do Lethal solo with this build, but right now Lethal, right now I think what's fucking me is just the Zoan and Neurothropes, and then honestly just range damage. Especially the shotgun Tyranids. They really fuck me up on Lethal. It's only just very specific things that really fuck me up on Lethal, and that's why I haven't completed a Lethal solo run yet. But I was able to do Ruthless. That's pretty much this video. I just wanted to explain my thought process on why I chose the build that you see here. Like I said, you could experiment with these two, and maybe even this. This would be crazy. But again, I feel like you'd have to be selfish with this one. If you guys have tried this, let me know. Is it godlike? I have no idea. Sometimes I will go back to this one, but this one's been really useful. But yeah, that is my build I use for Ruthless. Next video I'll talk about the Vanguard and go through my thought process on that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you liked the video, leave a like button, subscribe, share the video around. And let me know down in the comments, you know, what builds have you guys been running. And next video, I'll talk about the Vanguard next. Alright? Till next time, peace.